You have this really crazy story with Bushwick Bill. Can you tell that story?
Absolutely. Be a pleasure. So, we're on tour with the Ghetto Boys. Third Base is on tour with the Ghetto Boys. And I knew Bushwick from Bushwick. Like I knew him from Brooklyn. So I was really happy for all of them. And me and Scarface became cool, and Willie D and all of them. Because, you get on the road, you become cool with people. And we're in Baton Rouge. And Bill says to me, hey, my baby mama lives in New Orleans. And Thursday night, they do this comedy hip-hop thing that I'm connected to at a club called Peaches. And do you want to roll? I was like, yeah, of course. I said, yeah, I would love that. That'd be dope. He's like, yeah, we're going to, I got a car coming for us. You can just hang out. I said, great. Awesome. So we get in the car, and it's Bill and his brother. And we get in the car, and Bill must have been drinking or something because he's already kind of loose. And as we're driving, Bill and he starts telling me how much he respects me because he likes the fact that I am very much into religious beliefs and, that I see as a power greater than myself, and kept referring to it as the Most High and, and using the G word, G-D and all of that. And then out of nowhere, he gets really impassioned and he stands up on the seat and he starts proselytizing to me about, the Most High and all of this. And I'm distracted because Bill is literally standing in the seat that you should be sitting, and his head isn't hitting the roof. And he's standing there like a preacher at a pulpit. And his brother's like, yes, Bill, yes, yeah. And he was saying some powerful things, but I couldn't get over the fact that Bill was the height he was, that he could stand in a limo and his head not hit the roof. And I couldn't get past that. Our driver, mad cool dude, about to have his first kid. He had this big white cowboy hat that his wife had just bought him as a birthday gift. He was super proud of this hat. We pull into New Orleans. We pull into what I believe was his baby mama's house. And we pull up, and these little dwarf kids in diapers start running out saying, Daddy, Daddy, Daddy. And I'm trying to, it's cute. It's cute, but it's mad obscure. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't even know Bill had kids, especially not dwarf kids. And his girl comes out, and she's pregnant, with Bill's next child. We go inside, and I meet Bill's baby mama's mom. And she's mad hard, like she's like ice grilling me the whole time. And when we came into the house, it was the kitchen, and I'm seeing like a triple beam over here and all of this, and she's sitting there, and I look over in the corner, and there's some, let's just say, artillery. So there was a bay window on this side. And I turned around the bay window, and lined up underneath the bay window were these kilos of coke. So I turned to Bill, and Bill turns to me. He goes, yeah, my baby mama's mom she's the coke queen of New Orleans. I was like, yeah, can I go wait in the car? Is that cool with you? I need to get the fuck up out of here. He's like, yeah, no worries, yada, yada, yada. We're going to go to Peaches in like 5 minutes. Cool. Baby mama gets in the car, and Bill's brother's going at the limo bar heavy, drinking brown, drinking white. I don't care. So, we get to Peaches. Bill's lick it up. His brother's lick it up. His girl. Band is rocking. Comedians are funny. We're dancing, having a good time. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. He and I get on. We start freestyling, having a blast. But our buses are taking off to go from Baton Rouge to Arkansas. They're leaving at 8 o'clock in the morning. And it's like an hour between New Orleans, where we are, 90 minutes between that and Baton Rouge. And it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, right? So we can't find Bill's brother. And then I finally find him, and he's kicking it to these 2 girls. Whatever, dude. do whatever you gotta do, right? So I'm kind of telling Bill, like, yo, Bill, we got to get out of here, especially because we got to drop off your baby mama. And like, yo, the bus is going to take off soon. All right, yeah. We get in the limo. And as we get in the limo, Bill's brother goes, hey, Serch, yo, could you just like roll with me over to this Burger King? These girls want to meet you and I'm going to roll out with them. But like one of the girls thinks you're really cute and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, yo, nah. He's like, yeah, no worries. And he jumps in the car and he tells the girls, I'm going to meet you at Burger King. So we pull out and we get to the light and Bill's brother's telling Bill, like, yo, can you just drop me off at Burger King so I can meet these chicks, right? And Bill just, for some reason, starts spazzing out. Yo, don't tell me where to take my fucking limo. Yo, I ain't going nowhere. Fuck you talking about? Now, Bill's brother, even though he's lick it up, is simply just trying to tell him, yo, but the Burger King's like, right, we just have to make a right. It's right. Yo, don't fucking tell me where to go. Driver, you drive the fuck, da-da-da-da-da, this and that. And they're beefing. And now I'm trying to tell him, like, yo, the Burger King's right over there. Like, stop the limo. Driver, pull over. Bill, pull over. They get out the limo, and Bill's brother is just pleading with him. And Bill is spazzing out on him. Yo, I brought you out here. I fed you, yada, yada, just beefing. And I look out the window, and I see the Burger King is right over there. So I get out of the limo, and I come around the back, because they're in the street beefing. As I come around, Bill says, fuck you, grabs a brick and throws it at his brother and hits him right in the head. And his brother starts leaking. His brother feels his head, looks at Bill, and then goes into some Jim Kelly kung fu shit. Whoa! And Bill goes, ah! And he starts running little legs, and he jumps into the limo, and his brother's leaking, right? So I'm like, oh my God, I can figure this out. I'm just gonna go to the Burger King. I'm gonna run over to the Burger King, get these chicks in their car, get Bill's brother the fuck out of here. I can figure this out, right? As this is happening, Bill runs through the limo to the seats and tries to jump through the partition where the driver is. So he's doing like some escape hatch shit, right? Bill's brother goes in there too. And his girl starts going, don't hurt my baby, don't hurt my baby. And she goes to grab him, and Bill's brother pops her. And I'm like, yo, I gotta get these chicks over here now. Like, I gotta get him to fuck. He just hit some chick. Like, this shit is about to get heavy. I'm running over, right? I'm running over to Burger King, and it's this dark parking lot mall, strip mall. It's empty, and the lights ain't even on. It's 4:30 in the morning. I'm running. I see the promoter from Peaches is now over there, and I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe like he's there to like, and I'm like, yo. The girls get in the car and they drive off. And I'm like, fuck. So I start walking back, and Bill is pleading with his brother, pleading with him, please don't kill me. And I mean, his brother's leaking, his fate leaking. And I can hear him. Bill is sitting on the stoop, pleading, like, please don't kill me, please don't kill me. His brother's threatening to kill him. His girl is crying. The promoter pulls up next to me. He's like, man, Serch, you didn't want them hoes anyway. I was like, I didn't want them hoes in the first place. I had to get Bill's brother out of here, man. You just fucked everything up. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Nah, I was doing y'all a favor. I'm like, trust me, money, you didn't help nobody. Like, oh yeah, well, fuck you. I'm like, yeah, okay, fuck me. Get the fuck out of here, right? The second he says it, it pulls out, Bill's baby mama pulls next to me in like a fucking K car. Some like, right? And she goes, where's Bill's brother? And I'm exhausted at this point. So I go, he's over by the limo. And she pulls out the AK and she's like, that motherfucker's dead. And she pulls off. And I'm like, oh, what the fuck is going on? Now he's pleading. He's leaking. The mom's in his fucking Plymouth K car with an AK about to wet him up. And the cops come. The mom does a gone. The second Bill sees the police car, he starts screaming on his brother, fuck you, throw him under the jail, throw that motherfucker under the jail. Yeah, I'm Bushwick Bill, throw that motherfucker under the jail, right? So they lock up Bill's brother. And there's certain moments in your life that you see for the rest of your life. This is the one I see for the rest of my life. Bill's brother locked up in the back of a New Orleans police car, the window cracked. His brother leaking, and Bill jumping to the crack of the window to spit on his brother because he can't reach it. So he's jumping up just to spit on him to be like, fuck you. And he's wetting up the entire window with phlegm because he can't even reach the crack. We get in the car. We got his baby mama. We drop her off. Me and Bill are in the car. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. We're both exhausted. We're barely speaking. It's pitch dark. The car pulls over. The limousine driver pulls over. He pulls down the partition and points a .45 at us and says, one of you motherfuckers crushed the hat my wife bought me. Y'all owe me $450 for this hat. And either I'm going to plug you or you're going to pay me. And I look at Bill and I go, I got this. Gave him the money, went to Baton Rouge, never saw Bill again.
If you want to hear stories like this, as well as other stories, MC Serch has a Kickstarter campaign right now.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so, I mean, really quickly, I'll just do it really quickly. For years, people have always told me because of these stories, I should write a book. Am I going to put out new music? I did something with my homeboy DJ Menace in Dallas with the Addicts, a record called Belief a couple of years ago. People really seem to gravitate towards it. So I always get these combinations about like, oh, when are you going to put out new music? And when are you going to write a book? And when you're going to, it's one of the other. And it's not millions of people, but it's certainly fans and hardcore fans. And I said, you know what? I have a period of time that literally where things shut down, for me at least, which is December, January. And my man, Temp 3000 in Orlando said, yo, why don't you do a book/album? Do an audio book/album where you tell your stories, but at the end of each chapter, there's a record. I was like, I don't think it's ever been done before. So we started like looking around. I spoke to my homeboy, Paul Rosenberg. I was talking to him about it. He's like, yo, that's a dope idea. Like that's just never been done. So I said, you know what? Let me do a Kickstarter, with the idea of if I raise the money, great. If I don't, great. I'll figure it out, but in this particular part of my life, in this particular time in my life, December and January, I have the time to do it. I write every day anyway. I write 4 to 8 bars every day about something. I've certainly written lyric after lyric about these stories, whether it's about how I met Jam Master Jay or how I met Pete or how Pete and I broke up or, things that I have experienced. So I figured, you know what, it'd be a good idea for a book. So I called the book idea, Did I Ever Tell You the One About? It's a Kickstarter campaign. Kickstarter just called it, I think there's a special section called Things We Love. So it just became a highlighted part of that. They were really cool. I met with them yesterday. They're helping to push it. Chris Rock just did a really nice post. Kamal Bell. A lot of people have really taken to gravitating towards the idea of this. Questlove did a really lovely video in front of 80,000 people in Barcelona. Just so I think there's some interest there. So I was like, you know what, let me do a Kickstarter, and then it's just been really nice, Vlad. Like my man Brian Fisher, Chef Brian in Chicago, he's gonna like close his restaurant for one day in Chicago. We're gonna do a Q&A. I'm gonna perform. We're gonna have food, and so people are really stepping up, trying to help, raise money for this. It's been amazing, and it's only been like a week, but it's been amazing, like how people have been kind of coming out and saying, "Yo, we've been waiting for you to do this." So that's what I'm doing. So it's called Did I Ever Tell You the One About? And it's a book/album. And as you go up in different tiers, we're going to be doing different things, private performances here in the UK, and that's the idea. And I'm excited about it. I really am.
Yeah, me too, man. Can't wait to listen to it.
Well, you'll get a hardcover copy. I'll actually make you read something.
MC Serch, man. Definitely an honor to finally get to do this. We've been talking about doing this for years and years. We finally made it happen.
Yeah, I'm really glad that we got to do it. Thank you, Vlad, and thank you for, always keeping me in the conversation, with Griff and with all the other people that you've talked about my career, and I really appreciate you keeping, our name out there, because you don't have to, and I appreciate it. Thank you, brother.
No doubt, man. Next time we'll talk about all the stories that we missed in this interview.
We definitely have to talk about the Griff story too. So yes, we will definitely talk about it.
We'll definitely talk about the Griff story. Absolutely. MC Serch, until next time.
Salute.
Peace.